Good evening and welcome to Becoming a Goddess, our very first female-led relationship training for women. I'm very excited that you ladies have joined me tonight, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to chit-chat. We're going to talk. I'm going to give you an awesome presentation that will hopefully take you to a new level in your female-led relationship or in your desire to become a goddess. And who am I? I am a queenie, and we're going to get this started right now. Here we go. Let's see. All right. What is this going to be about? Becoming a goddess. This is all about taking you from becoming an average woman to becoming a goddess because there is definitely a difference between the two. But before we begin that, I just want to ask you to share a little bit about yourself because I'm going to share about myself a little bit. So I want to know more about you. Can you type in the chat box down here where you're participating from? So I'll know so I can say hi to you. Okay, we have someone from Houston. Hello, Houston. And anyone else? There's a chat box down below. If you can find that, then you can definitely participate. All right. Well, okay. Well, okay, Oxford. Okay, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming and signing up, and thank you for being a part of the conquerhim.com community. So before we begin the exact presentation, I am going to, awesome. Thanks, Lisa. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Queenie. I am 36 years old. I live in Los Angeles, California. I am a professional blogger, writer, and women's empowerment teacher. For the last 5 years of my life, I have totally dedicated myself to empowering women through various projects and various means. I have written 5 books about women's empowerment. I have done 2 amazing women's empowerment projects called the Rebuild Your Life Project. And I'm on part 2 right now where I'm teaching women how to overcome any issues that they might have that are keeping them from living the life that they really want. And I know that sounds kind of woo woo about living the life you really want. Sounds kind of Oprah-ish or something like that. But really, I am demonstrating how to solve problems in your life and how to overcome every fear you have by allowing women to watch me do it through videos on my YouTube channel. So at the end, I'll share more details so that you can actually look me up and find some of the videos and projects that I have done. I have also, as a journalist and writer, written for a variety of publications, including The Atlantic, The Huffington Post, Forbes.com, Mom.me, and many entrepreneur.com, many others. I am a full-time writer, a full-time researcher, and Conquer Him is my baby. I created Conquer Him for you, for women. That was my purpose when I created it. I wanted women to be introduced to the female-led relationship because when I discovered female-led relationships as a part of the fetish and BDSM community, I was surprised. Like, wow, there's really a dynamic where men just completely cater to the woman. I always thought that submissive men were weak and they were stupid and they were irritating. Why are they always being so nice? Why are they being such punks? And I did not see the value in them until being exposed to women in the female-led relationship dynamic. And then something clicked and said, wow, if we can pretend or we can accept that we should devote our lives to the support of a man, why can't a man do that for women as well? And why shouldn't he? And what a better world this would be if more men devoted themselves to women. And why can't women respect and appreciate submissive men? Why didn't I when I had several in my life trying to be with me, because I do have a dominant personality? So all these questions in my mind led me to create conquerhip.com. I have an audience that follows me and watches what I do, and I wanted to expose them to this dynamic, and that's why I created Conquer Him. However, after creating conquerhim.com, did you know most of my audience are men? Submissive men who want to be in relationships with strong, dominant women. And I was very surprised by that. If I thought it would be considerably more women, but the majority, I'm saying 95% of my readers are men. But I created this for women because I wanted you and myself to understand what it was to be a goddess and to appreciate submissive men and to allow ourselves to be in control and to not resent our partners for it. So now that I've told you a little bit about myself and where I'm coming from and why I'm qualified to teach on this topic, because I am a goddess 100% every single day, with all the ups and downs, with all the trials that I go through, I carry myself as a goddess. And I want you to do the same, because once you do, you will begin to feel so much more powerful in this world and still be yourself, but you'll still feel the power that you need to be able to lead a female-led relationship. So let's move on. Here we go. What defines a goddess? Well, can you look at this picture of women and can you tell which one of them is a goddess and which one isn't? Is it the blonde in the middle because she's the tallest? Maybe the young lady in the purple shirt because she has a sincere smile. Well, we literally cannot see a woman and decide if she's a goddess. A goddess is recognized by her actions and her reactions to the world around her. Let's take a look. There are two types of women in the world. I believe they're different. The average woman, and then there's the goddess. And right now I'll tell you the difference between how an average woman interacts in the world and how a goddess interacts in the world. And I do believe that every average woman has the ability to become a goddess. However, through society's pressures, through her own insecurities and fears, she never makes the transition. But I do want you to understand that you can make the transition if you choose to. So the average woman conforms to expectations set out for her by others. So when she was born, someone told her, you need to wear your hair long, you need to be blonde, you need to fall in love, you need to go to college, you need to be thin. And she spends her entire life trying to fit into this mold that someone else carved out for her. It's difficult, but she does it, and she feels successful as she conforms herself to the expectation of others. A goddess will create her own path as she recognizes herself as the creator of her own experience. And when I say creator of your own experience, what I mean is she understands. Let me go ahead and. She understands that everything that's around her, and every woman on this call, including myself, the room you're sitting in, the experience you just had before you logged into this webinar, the experience you had yesterday, how you're going to live tomorrow, all of that is because of who you are and the choices that you made. And there is no one out there to blame or to take credit for your situation right now. A goddess owns that. She recognizes that she is in complete control of what goes on around her through her influence and her decisions. She is the creator. The average woman believes her value comes from titles, her titles at work, her title as a wife, her clothes or her beauty. The average woman needs attention. She needs validation. She needs likes. She needs shares. She needs someone telling her she's cute or she doesn't feel great about herself. She needs someone outside of her affirming her consistently. But a goddess understands that her value is in her influence over herself and those around her. A goddess knows that she is the only one that has influence over herself. She may listen to others' ideas because she wants to be aware of how other people think. And that's a smart thing to do. But she ultimately has the final say in how she views herself and what she's able to accomplish in her life, because she can say to herself, because she's the creator of her experience, what she wants. And because she is this strong type of person who recognizes her own authority in her own life, she's able to influence others as well, people who are less inclined to define themselves for themselves. The average woman believes she has to ask for permission to get what she wants. She's going on auditions. Please choose me. She's sitting in job interviews. Please choose me. She's walking around looking for people to give her an opportunity. And that is how she feels she can make it in life. A goddess creates her own way and opportunities in life. She's the type of person that if there's something that she wants, the first thing she thinks of is not, oh, who can I get to help me do this? It's more of how can I create this for myself? I need this, so I'm going to do this. It's her life, her actions, results, and consequences that she recognizes will fuel what she wants in her future. The average woman sees other women as competition. Because I have to be the prettiest, I have to be the thinnest, I have to be the most successful, I have to have the most attractive husband. She feels that unless she is gauging her value by comparing herself to someone else, then there's no real way to gauge her value. But a goddess, she does not compete with anyone because, number one, the world is filled with average women. There are very, very few goddesses. The world is filled with average women, and when a goddess sees an average woman, she just walks right by them. It is very rare that you'll see the goddess in company with an average woman, because that would be irritating to be around someone that you're always having to give instruction to all the time. Well, another woman, it would be irritating for you. And that's why a goddess has very, very few friends. But when she does meet another goddess, she extends a hand of friendship, support, and assistance, because she knows that by offering her love and showing her support, it feeds her own love and support that she has created in her life as well. And she does not mind seeing someone else prosper, because as goddesses, and we all women are goddesses, but few tap into it and actually live in it. She recognizes that by allowing another woman to be an amazing goddess in her presence, it brings more power to her as well, because she can be the fullness of who she is. And being brilliant and allowing the next woman to be brilliant, and we're bringing the next woman up and she's being brilliant as well, and we're all being brilliant, then there's no stopping women as a whole. There's no such thing as competition among goddesses, because the goddesses being amazing actually elevates the entire planet, and it frees other average women to be goddesses as well. So let's move on to why men need a goddess. And do they need a goddess? Of course they do. If you exhibit any of the traits that I've mentioned earlier, you will know that there are lots of men who want to be with you. Probably submissive men. Submissive men are men who yield to the woman to allow them to have authority. They will want you to be in control. And a goddess will never try to take control when she's dealing with a submissive man, because submissive men just want to give it to her. They appreciate and respect and honor you, and they want you to have it. You take it, babe. You take it. And how do you know men want to give you control? Well, I'll give you a few tips and signs that you may be a goddess and a man is trying to give you control. They will ask you to make decisions all of the time. What do you want to eat? Where do you want to go? What do you think? What's on your mind? Can you tell me what to do? Now, for a woman who doesn't understand that this man is only responding to her because he believes she's a goddess, that would be annoying. Why are you asking me for my opinion all the time? Why you can't make a decision for yourself? What is wrong with you? But really, with every question he asks you, he's saying, I think you're amazing, smart, and I admire you. Can you please share some of your wisdom with me? It's nothing to be irritated by. He just recognizes your brilliance. They will wait for you to make the first move sexually. Yeah, when a man recognizes a goddess, he doesn't want to overstep any boundaries. He doesn't want to push her away. He doesn't want to do anything to make her not want to be in his presence again. So sex is going to take a while and you might get bored, and there's nothing wrong with jumping on him and initiating that sexual activity. And that's what he really, really wants, because he wants to feel like his goddess owns what she wants instead of waiting for him to initiate it. And when you do end up having sex with a man, they want you on top. That's when you can pretty much tell you are dealing with a submissive man. Is he's like, I like a woman on top. I like the woman on top. Yeah, of course you do, because you are a submissive man and you want to be with a goddess, and there's nothing wrong with that. So how you react to them when they do those things that I just mentioned lets them know if you're a goddess or not. If you're pushing them away, if when they ask you, what do you think or what do you want, you counter with, well, what do you think? What do you want? Instead of answering the question, just answer the question. What you think and what you want is important and valuable. And the more you let that out and share who you are, the more respect they'll have for you, and the more they'll allow you to be in control. And I know that for a lot of women, the thought of being in control is scary. Because what if I make the wrong decision? Or what if I mess up? What if I don't do it right? But that won't happen. Why? How to walk like a goddess. So we're talking about becoming a goddess today. I am Queenie, the publisher of ConquerHim.com, and we want to talk a little bit about what it will take to actually become a goddess today. Like earlier, I shared a few traits of average women versus goddesses, just a few. There's so many more that we can discuss and that we will discuss during our female-led relationship training that begins on July 28th. But today, I bet you by the end of this conversation or presentation that I will have you thinking differently about your ability to be confident and to lead a female-led relationship. And I'm going to give you the key right now. Hope you're ready. A goddess likes making decisions, unless she's not in the mood. Listen, a goddess loves that someone trusts her to think and believes in her and admires her. So when a decision is presented to her, she says, thank you for your respect and asking for my input. Because for centuries, women were not asked anything. Women's opinions were deemed lower than dirt. So to have a man in your life who wants your opinion and wants you to lead and wants you to take control, that is true honor, especially in this society that continually tries to diminish women. So when a decision is presented to you and you can definitely make it because it's just an opinion that you have to form, you appreciate that. Unless you're not in the mood and sometimes you don't feel like thinking. And that's okay. You can tell him, you make the decision right now, I'll make the next one. And that's an okay delegation to do. How do you walk like a goddess? Well, why isn't a goddess afraid to lead? A goddess isn't afraid to lead, but an average woman is. So right now we're going to give you the one key reason why a goddess isn't afraid to lead. lead. You have to understand that when you make a decision, you are never wrong. You're never wrong. You can never make a wrong decision. You can never get it wrong. Why? Because you will always recover from any decision. It might not be immediately. It might take you through some bumps in the road, but there is never a situation that you will face that will permanently disable you. How do I know? Because you're a goddess, and that is what we do. When you make the decision to walk in your ability to be a goddess and to become a goddess, as you can make that decision today, you will tap into this wisdom that we all are tuned into, and the confidence of understanding that there is a solution to every problem that is presented. It might be scary, it might make you afraid. You might not know what to do for 23 hours, but in that 24th hour, you're going to figure it out. That is what's promised when you decide that you are going to become a goddess. You are going to figure out what the answer to the problem, and what your next step should be, and you can turn things around. What we perceive as mistakes are just opportunities to show our power to recover and rebuild. I'll repeat that one more time. What we perceive as mistakes that we make in our lives, they're just opportunities to show our power to recover and rebuild. You cannot show your power when everything is going great. You show your power when you face the tricky circumstances. And I want you to understand today that when you walk like a goddess that is inside of you, everyone has this ability. You have the power to recover and rebuild from any situation. You are a superwoman. You have that in you right now. You may be feeling a little bit down because you're facing a situation that you don't know how to handle, or someone's asking you to complete a task that you don't feel equipped to complete. But this world is such an illusion that it will make you believe that the obstacles you face are way more important than they actually are. They're not. All they are is a little task that you need to complete and check off your list as you live your life happily. You're supposed to live a happy, content life. The obstacles that you face, most of them are self-imposed, but all of them can be overcome and will be overcome when you decide that I am a goddess and I can take care of this. And you will figure it out. See, there is nothing you can do to permanently damage your life. I promise you, nothing is permanent. No situation you are ever in will you stay that way for the rest of your life, and that is my promise to you. Everything has its time, everything has its season, and everything will change. But listen to this, including the good times. Everything will change. Nothing will stay the same. As you look around the room you're in right now, the room around you, and you might feel appreciation for all that you've created. The loving partner, the beautiful children, the wonderful friends. Appreciate it. Because in time, all of those things will be taken away from you. Nothing is permanent. And we have to accept that. And we have to appreciate the moment that we're in. And we have to appreciate that fact that when we are in those distressing moments, that will change as well. There is nothing that can happen that will hold you back from moving forward in life. No one in this world has the power or the authority to hold you back from where you want to go. You might think that, because we're a woman, there's a glass ceiling. No, there's no such thing as a glass ceiling. That's only for women who ask for permission. Yeah, you might hit a plateau when you're working for someone else, but if you hit that plateau and you want to go further, then you know that it's time to step out and work for yourself. That is why I don't really go along with all the feminist attitudes and all of the rallying for women's opportunities. No, those are women who are average women who are asking for permission from men for higher salaries. I'm going to ask for a permission. They need to give this to us. They need to give this to us. A goddess doesn't need to be given anything, because true men who are submissive and who respect the power and beauty of a woman will want to give it to you, number one, that you don't have to take it. And number two, creating your own opportunities is far better than asking for someone to give you equality at the opportunity that they created. Come on. You are unsinkable. You are not meant to fail. You are not meant to drown. You are not meant to come in last place. You are unsinkable. No matter what happens, you leading your relationship, you will do the right thing. You can't fail. And you have someone next to you, your partner in a female-led relationship, that is believing in you, supporting you, walking through this life with you. You have double the amount of chances of making it out on top. There's no way that you can completely lose everything and not be able to rebuild. You are an amazing goddess. And when you walk in the power of the goddess, you understand that this world is an illusion. And all this stuff that we win and we lose and we keep and we give away, it doesn't even matter. What matters is understanding your power within yourself to create a great situation right where you are. You will always figure out a way to turn things around. And that's why, oh, plenty of men are going to love you over your lifetime. And you're going to be asked to be in a female-led relationship. Even when you don't know what a female-led relationship is, I'm sure you've been asked plenty of times to be in one by their actions of what I mentioned earlier, asking you, what do you want? What do you think? What do you want to do? And you responding with direct answers to those questions. You've been in a female-led relationship. You've had people want to follow you. You've had people want to um, support you in becoming the goddess that they know you are. They recognize it in you. And right now, we're going to talk a little bit about what your role would be in a female-led relationship. Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, female-led relationships are about the woman being in an authority position and the man desiring for her to be an authority. He wants for her to lead and he wants to follow her. We know that. But there's an even deeper role that you have while participating in a female-led relationship that will take your relationship to new heights. And we're going to talk about those right now. Your role in a female-led relationship is to be amazing. Ladies, this man is in love with you. He wants to support and serve you. He wants to give you everything that you want for yourself. He wants to help you achieve that because he delights himself in seeing you progress and prosper. The more you achieve, the happier you are, the more you just do whatever it is that's in your heart to do, that makes his soul glow. He wants to see you be amazing. He wants to brag about you. This is your time, now that you have the support of an awesome man, to go for your goals. Go out there, do it, be amazing, because that is what you're supposed to be doing. That is why you are in a female-led relationship, because now you have someone who is dedicated to your progress and your achievements and wants you to be an amazing. Your role in the female-led relationship, of course, is to guide him, to lead with confidence, knowing you can always recover. What would your life be like if you went into a situation knowing that no matter what happened, you could bounce back? That is something that I teach during the Rebuild Your Life Project, the first one and the second part, which is the Rebuild Your Life Project, Los Angeles, my women's empowerment project. I teach how to bounce back from any problem that you might have. Because I believe that if women will understand that all they have to do is a little creative thinking when they're in a situation and do the unthinkable, that thing that they're afraid to do, just try that thing. When you try that thing, you know what I'm saying? It might work out better than you expected. And no matter what happens, you always bounce back. Imagine what type of things you would try. Imagine that list that you had of goals for yourself, but you're like, I'm not capable. What if you tried them anyway? And what if you bombed? And what if you knew that you could recover from it anyway, but you just did it for the fun of it because your goal is to be amazing? Your life would change completely. Your role in a female-led relationship is to reveal who you are at your core. There's a part of you that you're not allowing anyone to see. It might be the fact that you're smarter than you're letting on because you don't want to offend people. You don't want to release your brilliance, and you don't want them to turn their back on you when they realize how amazing you are. It may be that you have a little kinky side. You might want 2 and 3 men at one time, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can have whatever you want to. In a female-led relationship, it's about your happiness and your contentment. And if you want to have 3 husbands, you can have 3 husbands because they better accept it. Uh-oh. Revealing who you are at your core is what you're supposed to do in a female-led relationship. And there's nothing wrong with you, in case you're wondering. Oh, I can't let people see this part of me. Oh, I can't let him know that I like this. Unless it's drugs, which I'm not into. I'm not into advocating women do drugs. But anything else, experiment, have fun, and ask him to experiment right with you. Because if he truly loves you, he's going to come along with you. You are the leader. Your goal is to try different things to see what is the best route to propel your family to a beautiful existence. And it may not be those things that your family, your parents taught you were correct. So you be the bold one and you decide that, okay, well, I'll try. Maybe we need to live in a different city. Maybe we need to try a different thing. Maybe we need to learn something new. Maybe we need to be a part of a different crowd. You are constantly in your female-led relationship trying different things to see what would be best for your family to bring about happiness, peace of mind, and progress. Whatever it is that excites you, it's time to allow that part of you to come out. You have it within you. You recognize that it's a part of who you are, but you've been hiding it because it doesn't fit into what society says you should be into. No, your role in a female-led relationship is to be 100% yourself. And you're so lucky because you have a partner with you who supports you being you. This is the perfect time. Never hide who you are. Never be ashamed of what you like and what you don't like. This is the perfect time. I can't even think of another time that is more perfect than in a female-led relationship to be exactly who you are. Because that is why this person is with you, because they love that you are like that. Everyone else you meet wants for you to conform. Be my friend. Come with me to these events. Come do this. Dress like this. You're not speaking correctly. They want you to be so much of what they want you to be, or they're not happy. But in a female-led relationship, Your partner is sitting there looking at you like, I can't believe she did that. I can't believe she likes that. I can't believe she's into that. That is so amazing. This is your time to be all of who you are. Trust yourself. First of all, you never get it wrong. Second of all, you always bounce back. Third of all, you always will recover. It's okay to make a mistake. But to not make the decision and to leave it in the hands of someone else is the biggest mistake you will make. Trust yourself. Provoke excellence from him. He's not with you just to watch you progress. He wants to have some of that shine as well. And you can tell it when he's around other people and he's with you. And he's going out of his way to make sure that you are taken care of, that you have everything you need, that every other woman in the room has everything else she needs, and he's taking extra care of everyone because he wants to shine in his service to you. But he can only shine in his service to you if you are requiring excellence from him, not only in his service to you, but in also in his service in the rest of his life. You're going to get it right, and you're going to do it right now, which is what you need to provoke from him. Excellence. Provoking excellence from him is one of the main reasons why he's with you. Oh, she's not going to handle this. She's not going to take this. She's not going to accept this. So I can't give her halfway. And when you make that a standard in your relationship, which is what he's signing up for when he wants to be with you, he's going to make that a standard for the rest of his life. Refuse to dim your light. Refuse to turn it down. Refuse to be less than the most beautiful you can be if that's important to you. Because some women they're not thinking about that. But if you want to be beautiful, be beautiful. If you want to be charming, be charming. Be a goddess. Be a goddess. A goddess is whoever she wants to be that day. Sexy. Be her. Be that woman you have in your head, your fullest potential. That is your goddess. Are you being her today? He needs you to be you and to help him be a better man. You need him to support you in your growth, of course. You don't need a man, quote unquote. But to have one, to have a partner, to have someone who's devoted to your happiness, your satisfaction, and your success, man, that's a priceless gift. So if you are in a female-led relationship and you have someone who wants to listen to you and follow you and cater to you, you're doing better than most of the women on this planet. And having him there will propel you to grow faster than you could alone. Together, you will exceed all of your own expectations. The limits that you have for yourself, as far as you think you can go, when you're looking at the horizon for your life and you're imagining, yeah, I could probably get there. When you're in a female-led relationship that is sincere, he wants to see your growth, you want to see his growth, and you're supporting and loving each other, you will go far beyond that horizon that you see out there. And you won't know what in the world happened. But it'll be a beautiful surprise. Does anyone have any questions at this point? I'm done with my presentation. I hope that it was something that you learned from. Can you offer a little bit of feedback in the chat box? I'll send it right down here. For those of you who joined while I was in the middle of that presentation, I am Queenie, the publisher of ConquerHim.com, and I am a professional journalist and blogger. I've been doing women's empowerment for about 5 years. Amazing projects that I will tell you all about a little bit later. But I want to know where you're from. If you haven't had a chance to say what city you're from yet or where you're located, I want to hear that. And if anyone has any questions at this point about anything that I brought up, I'd love to, address those questions. Now is the time. Where are you from? What questions do you have? How do you feel about what I've been saying today? This was amazing, and this confirms that I'm in the healthiest relationship of my life. Oh, yes, yes, Lisa, yes. Oh, was an amazing and enlightening presentation. Yes, I'm so glad. Yes, that is what my purpose was here today. I want you to be more appreciative of the submissive men that you're with, that are allowing you to lead, pushing you to lead. It's nothing to be resentful about. Love him. Give him some oral sex as a reward or something. Yes, you are in the best relationship. Thank you for saying also, the other Lisa, that it was amazing and enlightening, because that was my purpose, that I wanted to elicit some transformation right here during this conversation. And if you received anything that was transformational, then I want you to know that this was just a taste of what you'll receive when you sign up for our female-led relationship training, which meets over 4 weeks. It's a coaching program. Most coaching programs go for about $900 a session, but I want to make this affordable to everyone here so that you can become a goddess, and that you can walk in it and you can have access to other goddesses and other women in female-led relationships. And you can have all of your questions answered. You can build camaraderie with all of us through a private Facebook group during a 4-week course that begins on July 28th, 2015. It will be an amazing, some things that you'll be able to learn: how to harness your feminine power, how to create protocols in your female-led relationship, how to correct rebellious submissive men, how to design your role in a female-led relationship, what power exchange really means in a female-led relationship, and it's not what you think, how to create healthy communication, how to become more confident as a dominant woman, how to support your partner in a female-led relationship. Don't miss out on this opportunity. What will happen is you're going to connect with some of the most amazing and beautiful and strong women that you've ever been able to connect with in this life. And this is not just a group participation type of thing. This will go beyond that. This will become friendships that you'll form for a lifetime. You will have every question that you've ever had about female-led relationships answered. You will be able to talk, just like we're on this call right now. We'll meet once a week to have a conversation where we'll turn on the microphones and you'll be able to have a conversation with me, and we'll talk, and other presenters and speakers, you'll be able to speak with them directly and ask them questions. This is your time to take your relationship to the next level by joining with other goddesses, like I mentioned earlier, instead of feeling competition towards them. Strengthen your female-led relationship by registering for our female-led relationship training series today. If there is an issue or a problem, or if there's any questions that you might have, feel free to ask right now or email me. I don't mind answering any questions or telling you a little bit more about it. But I want you to join us over the next 4 weeks beginning July 28th, because Conquer Him was created for you. It was created to help you to become the goddess that you have inside and to fully live in your potential. And it was also created for me to have a place where women who understood their power could meet each other. You know how it feels in this world, walking around with most of these average women. Is always a competition. There's always some snarky comment. There's always something crazy going on where somebody's trying to put you down or push you out. That doesn't happen here at Conquer Him. This could be something beautiful where anytime you need me through this program or outside of this program, you're reaching out to me and I'm responding to you. We're partnering together in our goals. This is a time where you can make a connection, not only with me as a women's empowerment teacher, and I am an extremely amazing and resourceful woman, but with other women as well. and pulling together to create beauty in this world. Man, thank you so much, everyone, for participating in this webinar. Please do go and register for our female-led relationship training series. The deadline for early registration is on the 18th. So in just a few more days, the price will be jacked up, but don't worry about that. Go ahead and register today so that you will be able to have access to all of these amazing women and weekly presentations just like this one, daily discussion questions in our private Facebook group, one-on-one question and answer sessions with me personally to take care of everything that you might have going on in your life that you need someone who's actually on your side and who's capable of helping you to solve every problem. I am capable of helping you to solve every single problem. So if you would like to be a part of the Female-Led Relationship Training Series, please do register and sign up. And thank you so much, everyone, for participating tonight. I am Queenie, the publisher of ConquerHim.com, and I do appreciate your attendance.